So question number 35 is a little bit of a difficult one, but we'll see how they get to the answer. And the answer key was B. Okay. But we'll see why we can eliminate the other ones, and then we'll talk about why B is a little bit maybe it's controversial. So A, it says from -1 inclusive to 0 inclusive. Okay, so -1 inclusive is okay, but 0 inclusive is not continuous because it's not defined at that endpoint from the left. Okay, so since the limit is not defined from the left, that we cannot say that's continuous at that point there. So A, we can say is wrong. For C, from 1 to 2 inclusive, okay, so from 1 to 2 inclusive, we can't say because again, although it's defined for all that value, from the left-hand side, this coordinate is not defined, and from the right-hand side, that endpoint coordinate is not defined either. Okay, so because it's equal to those endpoints, we have to say that we cannot say that that is continuous at that endpoint, those endpoints. For D, it's the same issue. It's equal to 2 and equal to 3. So if I take a look at this, that's fine here because that endpoint is defined from this side, but it's not defined from this side, so that becomes a problem. It's not continuous at the endpoint of x equals 2. So then we have to eliminate that. And the answer is B, so we get rid of none of these. Okay, so it is continuous for that region because we are defined. Okay, so if we take a look at the region from 0 to 1, it is continuous for that region because we're not including the endpoints in that interval. So in C, so B then it is definitely continuous in that interval. Now, in this interval here, if we were to look at the limit as we approach that endpoint from the left-hand side, it is defined. So in fact, it's not only the interval defined from 0 to 1, we actually include 1 as a point of continuity. It's actually continuous at 1. And if we look at the same for this endpoint here at 0, as we approach the limit from the right-hand side to 0, it is defined, and that point is defined, and so it is also continuous at the value of 0. So not only is it continuous from 0 to 1, it is also continuous at the endpoints. So the last one here, 36, a jump discontinuity. The jump discontinuity occurs, we actually have two jump discontinuities, one at x equals 0. There's a jump discontinuity here. And at x equals 1, there's another jump discontinuity here. So we can choose one of those. At x equals 1, yes, that's true. At -1, there's no jump discontinuity. At 2, there's none. And at 3, there's none. So there's only jump discontinuity occurring at x equals 1.